Hello, everyone. I am John McDonald, aka Panabon, aka Zordon, and we are here for a brand new game night experience. We are starting a trivia night because I wanted to live my game show fantasy realness. So I am going to be your game show host, John McDonald, the host with the most. And I'm going to let the players introduce themselves, these contestants for our first ever trivia night. Um, Hal, why don't you go first?
Why don't I go first? I'm Hal. I am happy to be here. I will warn the adoring fans out there. I may let you down. I may not win tonight. I probably know the least about 90s TV pop culture, but you can root for me anyway.
There are no penalties for wrong answers. So if you guess, that's okay. You may get it right hilariously, which would be amazing. Uh,
Yes.
who is also amazing is Xangpow. Hello, Xangpow. Welcome, contestant Xangpow.
So yeah, I'm Xangpow, and I'm here to play games and chew bubblegum and I go. I don't know what else to
And you're
say.
all out of bubblegum. It's
Yes.
true. And Chris, we are looking at a model of you as Gerald from Hey Arnold. How are you doing tonight, Chris?
What's going on, everybody? It's me, your boy, Gerald, friend of the football head. I do leave the stoop, so I'm not the stoop kid, but I'm here pretty often. I play D&D here with Hal on Saturday mornings, and have been known to be a Power Ranger with Panabon and do some BCW stuff with him. Yeah. I'm also here to chew bubblegum and recant trivia from my childhood, and
That's an
hopefully it'll
80s.
be fun.
That's an 80s thing.
So much bubblegum being chewed right now. Speaking of bubblegum, before we dive into the game, I want to talk about Kickstarters. It's not a good segue, but it's a segue. Um,
It
so we
is.
currently have a million Kickstarters that we want to tell you about, but we're going to focus on just a few. The first is Cuddlesworth Clockwork Circus issue 2. That just has a few days left, I believe. That ends next Tuesday, so it's less than a week. So issue 1 is available on Drive Through Comics if you want to catch up. Or I believe there's a tier 2 where you can actually get issue 1 and issue 2 together. There's rumors of a variant cover for issue 2 that are going to be released as a Kickstarter exclusive. So if you're into 90s style variant cover art, which you should be because it's amazing, you should totally check out that at remalternis.com/kick. That's remalternis.com/kick. And you type it in, you make a little kicking motion with your foot. We're also working with Pure Alchemy Soaps to talk about the Gelatinous Cube Kickstarter, where you get a soap that is jiggly and gelatinous. And if they hit stretch goals, they start doing other colors, but the base soap is green with a whole bunch of dice inside of it. So you can carry your love for D&D right into where you have your bubble baths or where you plot your murders, depending upon what you do in the shower. We've also got Nocturne by Night, which is an all villain themed Kickstarter that I don't know as much about as I probably should. But all villains should tell you as much as you would like to know. We did a Rules of Cool interview with the Nocturne by Night creator, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I feel shame. If I'm right, that's great. And so you can always check out that Rules of Cool interview on our YouTube and also just check our social medias. Um, and I think those are the main three right now. I know there's one more for Shadowrun, but I don't know if we're talking about that yet. So I will get. Oh, we are talking about that. Okay, so it's Shadowrun Edge Zone, which, as I understand, is a trading card game. Yes, in the 90s, there was a Shadowrun trading card game, and now it's been revamped. And now there's a Kickstarter going for it. And apparently, it's a very well loved part of Shadowrun canon and game. Getting to the edge. Speaking of getting to the edge, I think it's time to begin Trivia Night. So Trivia Night is going to have 6 categories, and each category has 6 questions. As the questions get down the sheet, they get a little bit harder each time. The contestants will have about 10 seconds to answer. If you are playing along in the chat, you can always answer in the chat. I won't be able to see the answer, but I'm putting on contestants um, putting it on contestants' honor that they're not cheating and googling things and they're trying based on their knowledge, which will be hilarious, or someone will know everything, and that'll also be wonderful. We're going to have a few questions, and we'll do a lightning round, which I will explain, and then we'll have a final chance question worth 5 points. Based upon how many points the contestants accrue, they can also level up to level 2 at the end of the game or whenever they reach. The first level is level 2 for when you reach 50 points. And at 50 points, that's 5-0, you will hit the Nick Arcade level and you will be able to choose from 3 spells. Nick Arcade was a very famous kids video game in the 90s. So these Nick Arcade spells at level 2 are based on the villains from Nick Arcade. The first villain is Murloc, and unlocking the Murloc spell will give you a lightning spell, which will allow you to disable your opponent's ability to answer 1 question in one of the rounds. You could win the Scorchia spell, and the Scorchia spell uses a fireball that will allow you to change the category, or if one of your fellow contestants is sweeping a category. Or you could win the Mongo spell, and the Mongo spell is an armor trap that will force your opponent of your choice to actually answer the question, whether or not they know the answer. And so those are the first 3 spells available that you can unlock once you hit 50 points, which is possible, all things considered. So let us begin. So to begin and have this be fair, I'm going to roll a d20. I want everyone to give me a number between 1 and 20, and whoever is closest is going to get to pick the first category.
15.
So, got 15 from Xangpow. Hal, what number between 1 and 20?
Oh, I have to. I was wanting to do like the Price is Right thing and lock people out.
Oh, I appreciate that. So, Chris, what is your 1 through 20 number?
My 1 through 20 is 13.
Okay, so I'll be 12.
You'll be 12. Okay. I got an 18.
Damn
That was
it.
the roll. So I think
The only flaw in my reasoning is that the number still might not go my way.
it's true. And so 18, I actually think that means, Chris, you were closest, right?
I think Xangpow was closest.
Xangpow, were you closest? I'm going to say,
Got
I'm
a
gonna say
15.
15. So Xangpow, the 6 categories you can choose from are Nick, which was a teen programming block on Nickelodeon, TGIF, which was ABC's Friday night programming block, Nick at Night, which occurred on the Nickelodeon channel at night. And all of these shows are rerun syndicated TV shows from other eras. Must See TV, which was the NBC programming block. Learning is Fundamental, which is about 90s kids programming. And the almost 90s category, which is shows that people might think of as 90s, but they were actually more popular in the 80s, or they ended in 1990, right before the buzzer. So, of those 6 categories, where would you like to start, Chris?
Oh, Xangpow?
Xangpow. Sorry, yes, Xangpow. Xangpow, where would you like to start? I'm doing so well.
I think I'm gonna go with almost 90s because that seems like a fun category to start with.
All right, almost 90s contestants do. Oh, by the way, we don't have physical buzzers, but the contestants like to do buzzer noises, so let's practice that. Hal, what is your buzzer noise like?
Ah!
All right, fabulous. Xangpow, what is your buzzer noise like?
Oh, hey!
I love that. And Chris, what is your buzzer noise like?
Buzzer.
I'm gonna have to turn you up a little bit. I didn't quite get that.
Oh, okay. Here, let me try that one more time. Buzzer.
That's better. That's great. All right, so contestants to your buzzers. The first question in almost 90s, but really 80s category is, Which actor got his start on a later season of Growing Pains?
Later seasons of. Oh, what was that person's name?
Al, go for it.
Fred Savage.
Not Fred Savage. Would anyone else like to try?
Buzzer.
Chris, go for it.
Michael J. Fox.
Not Michael J. Fox. Although Michael J. Fox did have their own show in the 80s. Xangpow, would you like to give it a try before the question closes out?
I have so many names. I'm just like, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. I can see the person's face, but I can't figure out what their name is.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
I think you have to have watched Growing Pains in order to get this question.
We'll see. This is fairly so. The actor in question was Leonardo DiCaprio. Got his start
That's right.
on Growing
That's
Pains
right.
in the later seasons as the
I thought he
homeless
got his
kid.
start in Gilbert Grape.
This was before Gilbert Grape, actually. Or maybe
Wow.
after. This was his start on
was
TV.
The adopted son, right?
He was a homeless kid they adopted, and then they had Chrissy afterwards. So it was a very full house for them. That was the almost 90s category. Very close, but not quite 90s. So no one got that right, and so
that was the easiest question. Is that what I'm understanding?
That was well. It depends on what you watched in the late 80s. So
All right. So that's an example of the easiest question. Got it.
That's easiest in that category. Yes. All right. So Xangpow, since no one got that, you can go again.
Yeah, we'll go with the same one.
Want to stick with the category? Okay, from 1987, who hosted Unsolved Mysteries?
Oh,
Buzzer.
yeah, I could pick.
Was it Alan Thicke?
It was not Alan Thicke.
I could picture him. I'd have to Google him and cheat to get it, but I could picture him. I can't remember his name.
Can you describe the person in question?
Well, he had graying hair even then. He was always wearing a trench coat. No glasses.
Xangpow, if you can't think of the name, I am going to give the point to Hal just so we can get some points on the board. All right, so the name of the person was Robert Stack. That was the name of the person.
I would have had, I never would have remembered it. I would have had to Google him.
All right, but that does give you a point, Hal. You are on the board.
I got a point.
You got a point. Congratulations.
All right, Sarah, let's kill the feed so I win.
Okay. Please don't kill the feed, Sarah. So Hal, that also gives you control of the board. You have.
Oh my goodness.
You have 6 categories to choose from. Just want to choose at random. I'll roll the dice.
I may have my best luck with Nick at Night.
All right, Nick at Night. First question in the category. What nationality is Ricky Ricardo?
Buzzer!
Oh, man.
Hal just got it. Hal, what nationality is Ricky Ricardo?
I'm pretty sure Cuban.
Cuban is correct. Ricky Ricardo is Cuban. I Love Lucy ran on Nick at Night from 1994 to 2001, believe it or not. So Hal has 2 points. Hal is currently in the lead. What was that about not knowing anything, Hal?
Well, my points are coming from stuff from the 80s, so I need to ring this while I can. So let's keep it on Nick at Night.
Want to go with Nick at Night again? Okay. Your buzzers, gentlemen. Who played both Maude and Dorothy Zbornak?
Oh,
Xangpow.
It was I just had her name.
Yeah.
At 10 seconds.
What was the question again?
Who played both Maude and Dorothy Zbornak?
I just had her name.
Yeah.
5, 4.
Buzzer!
Chris, go for it.
Was it like B. Arthur?
B. Arthur.
Yep.
Chris, you are on the board
Yep.
with B. Arthur.
I never would have. I would have had to Google it. Yeah.
All right. And that also gives you control of the board, Chris.
Alrighty. Let's go with some snick action.
You would like to go with some snick action. All right. So the first question in the snick category, Kenan and Kel is a spin-off of which series?
Buzzer.
Chris, go for it.
All that.
It is a spin-off of All That. Congratulations. Chris is on the board with 2 points.
These are real shows, right?
These are real
They are.
shows. These are real 90s TV shows.
Okay.
Yes. And Chris, you are dominating the board currently. Where would you like to go next?
Oh, yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's roll with snick.
All right, let's roll with Snick. Question 2. The Flesh, Undergirl, Pinky Diver, and Meltman are all a part of which superhero team?
Buzzer.
Chris, go for
Which
it.
would be Action Team Now.
Incorrect.
What?
Burn.
Would anyone else like to give it a try?
Eh.
Hal, go for it.
Teen Force Titans.
No, further, but I appreciate the guess. Xangpow, would you like to try?
I'm not even gonna try. I don't. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
So, Chris, you're going to hate yourself. You were so close. It's actually Action League now, not Action Team now.
Wow.
You were so close.
Now, to be fair, you gave me my point for being way further off.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could be charitable and give Chris the point. Chris,
Hour 2? Melt. Dude, I remember that whole sequence.
Can you sing any of the theme song?
It wasn't the theme. The theme song was them just saying the names of the dudes and like what their abilities were.
All right, because I gave the Robert Stack one to Hal, I'll give you the.
I think that's fair. I mean, it's certainly not in my interest, but I'm a fair dude.
Okay.
Appreciate the good sportsmanship.
You do still have control of the board, Chris, so you could stick with Snick. You could move to TGIF. We also have Nick at Night, Must See TV, Learning is Fundamental, and Almost 90s. Where would you like to go on the board?
Let's keep going with Snick.
Let's keep going with Snick. A Clarissa Explains It All question. What is Clarissa's father's job?
Oh, why would you ask that?
Because that's my
One thing I
job.
don't know.
What is your father's job? Was that Chris? Oh, no, was that Hal? Hal, what is Clarissa's father's job?
He was a spy.
He was not a spy, although I bet he wishes.
You know what? I bet he was a spy, and he was so good at it, you don't know.
I mean, on Hulu, where the show currently lives, they don't have the middle 3 seasons of the 5, so it's very possible that was not his job throughout the course of the show. Anyone else want to give it a shot?
I'm just gonna say engineer.
Not engineer, but you are close. Chris, is this eating away at your soul?
It is, because I remember the Darlings. I know. I remember Marshall. I forgot what Marshall did though.
Is this a live action show or a cartoon?
It was live action.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, because in
will give
cartoons,
you-
like the parents never have jobs, except for like George Jetson. He had a job.
So, Chris, if you can give me the mom's job, I will give you the point. If you can't remember Dabs, if you can remember the mom's job, I will give you the point.
It's a trick question. She had 2 dads.
No, she did have a mom.
like,
Her
she
mom had a
did have-
very specific job.
Jane. I do not remember what they did, unfortunately.
All right. So the dad was an architect of weird houses, and the mom worked at a museum. And in the 90s, they were able to afford a 3-bedroom split-level home. So you don't get the point, Chris, but you do keep control of the board. Where would you like to go now?
All right. Well, I missed that, so let's jump off and hit TGIF.
TGIF. This ABC programming block included such shows as Family Matters. To your buzzers, contestants, who does Steve Urkel transform into to gain Laura's affection on Family Matters?
What? I didn't even know he
That's one thing I
transformed.
don't know.
Buzzer.
Chris, who did Steve Urkel transform into?
Stefan.
Can you give me his
That's
full
right.
name?
Huh?
Can you give me the full name?
Full name.
Stefan Urkel.
Stefan Urkel is correct,
I
and
knew it was a play on his name.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen Family Matters, but I know who Stephen Urkel is. I mean, I'm not that.
yeah,
Dude, he became the suavest motherfucker of all
That's
time after he drank that.
Yeah, I think that's when they jumped the shark when they did that. I was just like, nah, I'm done with this show. He
Stefan
was good as
Urkel.
Steve Urkel. That's what he was.
All right. Well, now that you were currently in the lead with 4 points, Chris.
Wow.
Would you like to continue in TGIF, or would you like to hop on to another category? All 6 categories are going to get visited tonight. So.
Oh yeah, we'll make our way down there. I'm not like a. Yeah, never mind. Let's go with TGIF one more time.
So with TGIF, what is the name of the eldest son in Dinosaurs?
I have seen that one. I remember that show.
Can you name the eldest son?
I
No.
cannot.
How?
Bartholomew.
No, but I like your spunk. Can anyone do the? I'll give you a point if anyone can name the last name of the dinosaur family.
Apparently, chat knows.
I'm gonna say.
Is chat like blowing up right now? Because I'm not looking at it. So is
I'm
it
not
like
looking at it.
screaming in chat? Just give a guess. Just give a guess about a name for the eldest son in Dinosaur.
Just a guess.
It wasn't Bartholomew, unfortunately.
It was not Bartholomew.
Let's go with Bobbert.
It was not Bobbert. Nobody ever is named Bobbert, but thank you for that guess. Xangpow.
I'm gonna go with Peter.
Peter is incorrect. The name of that dinosaur is Robbie Sinclair. That is Robbie Sinclair of the Sinclair dinosaur family. Not the one that experimented with being a vegetarian. That was the daughter, Charlene. You are still on the choosing the category. Chris, would you like to stay with TGF or would you like to move around?
Let's go with the turtle because I love turtles.
You want to go with the turtle. So learning is fundamental. This is a category about early 90s kids educational programming. Chad is going to love this. Chat, we are starting with what is the first spice that was given birth to by Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper on Blue's Clues? What was the first baby spice Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper made?
A buzzer.
Chris.
I want to say paprika.
Paprika is correct. The first spice that Salt and Pepper made is paprika. I have to say first because they had many children after that. So.
Awesome.
Okay.
Would not have guessed that.
Me either.
I wouldn't have guessed it either. I used to watch it.
It also had, I know cinnamon is one they had. Paprika and cinnamon are the two that I know definitely, but they've had more since then. Anyways, Chris, you are still in control of the board. Would you like to stay with the turtle? Would you like to move to one of the other categories?
Let's go. Yeah, I like learning.
You like learning? Is it fundamental?
It is.
All right. This is actually one of my favorite TV fun facts. Who is the original voice of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus? Who is the voice of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus?
I used to know this. Not anymore.
There is no penalty for guessing. How? Please guess.
Zoe Deschanel.
No, this predates Zoe Deschanel. In fact, both of the Deschanel sisters. It actually might not predate Emily, but it is not either of the Deschanel sisters.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Good guess. Linda Carter is not the correct response, but thank you. Chris, do you have a guess? Do you want to give it a shot?
Brent Drescher.
Not Brand Drescher. Chat, say it with me. The original voice of Miss Frizzle was Lily Tomlin. Lily Tomlin.
Okay,
Yes.
I know who Lily Tomlin is.
It's true. She was the original voice of Miss Frizzle, and then when Kate McKinnon took over in the reboot in the 2010s or whenever it was, also a lesbian, a well-known lesbian, which is really cool to know. Chris, you are still in control of the board. What would you like to do?
So let's try some must-see TV.
Must-see TV. Moving over to NBC. What night at NBC was must-see TV night?
Oh, I know.
Xangpow.
That would be Thursday night.
It was Thursday night. Xangpow
Oh,
on the
nice.
board.
that was what I actually knew too.
Oh, that's good. Well, you might know more in this category. This is
All
pretty
right,
comprehensive. Xangpow, you are in control and on the board. Where would you like to go category-wise?
Since I was good with this one, let's stick with this one.
All right. Gentlemen, contestants, how many seasons of ER were made? How?
5.
More than 5.
Oh, I'm gonna say 9.
More than 9. Chris, do you want to try?
I want to say something like 15.
15 is correct.
What?
Wow.
How did
It
they
is
all fit in the 90s?
15 seasons
They
of ER.
awesome.
All right, Chris, you have wrestled control of the board yet again. What category would you like to give a try?
Let's rock with must see TV again. Yeah.
Okay, must see TV. This question coming to you from the land of Saturday Night Live. Which cast member played the lunch lady in the Adam Sandler Lunch Lady Land skit? Which cast member played the lunch lady in Xangpow? Or was that Hal or Xangpow?
Is that not distinctive?
It's not for me, but
Oh, okay.
please answer the question.
I don't know, but I'm going to guess Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler was in the skit, but he did not play the lunch lady.
Buzzer.
Chris.
It was the Beverly Hills Ninja himself, Chris Farley.
It was Chris Farley. That is correct. He shares a wonderful name with Chris.
This is true.
It's true. All right, Chris, that Chris question has taken you and given you control of the board. You currently have 7 points. Where would you like to go on the board? We have SNCC, TGIF, Nick at Night, Learning is Fundamental, and Almost 90s, along with Must-See TV.
Let's go back to almost 90s.
Go back to Almost 90s. A question from Cheers. In which season does Woody replace Coach on Cheers?
I know.
Were you buzzing in, Xangpow?
Yes.
All right. What season was it?
That would be season 3.
Yep.
It's not season 3.
No,
Hal, what season was it?
Well, I thought it was 3. So if it wasn't 3, then it's got to be 2.
It was not 2.
No.
Buzzer.
Chris?
Let's go with 4.
It was 4. It was
No.
season 4. It got there eventually.
The stupid come on down trick backfires, and I got burned by it.
Really did. It doesn't always
Learn from the best.
Yeah, I knew it was at least 2 with Coach.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't quite sure if it was still the third one.
I thought. Yeah. Oh well. Obviously, I thought.
You were very. I love the confidence, though, and
Yeah.
I will let you know this next question is the last question before the lightning round. So this is the last 1-point question, and then all the point values were double after the lightning round. So let's have.
And that's when the scores can really change.
This is when everything gets crazy. Chris, please pick a category for the last round 1 question.
Let's finish it off with almost 90s.
Almost 90s. This TV show host taught about the body and was referenced in a penultimate not 90s TV show of Archer?
Oh God, I know. I don't remember the name.
Say
Damn it!
that.
Damn it!
The
Damn it!
question
Damn
again?
it! Damn it!
So this TV show host from the
Yep.
80s from Canada used to go around in a bodysuit
Yep.
and he taught about the body and he had a very specific name and he was a penultimate episode character they drew into Archer,
God damn it.
which is not the 90s either. So he avoided the 90s completely almost really. But what is the name of this TV show host? I'll go for
I just
it.
gotta. I cannot
Yeah.
remember, but I'm gonna just Mr. Insides. It's something
No,
kind of like that, if I
but
remember.
I love that name for a TV show host. I've got to be completely honest. I may create a character for that.
Yeah, I mean, I could picture him. He wore that suit where it was like all the
Yeah,
internal organs.
Yeah,
he had the
I'm gonna
perm.
say,
It was so 80s. It was
Yeah.
great. Do you want to give it a try, Xangpow? Was that your buzzer finger?
yeah, that's. I'm gonna say Mr. Body.
You're close. Do you
Yeah,
want to try again?
it was something like that.
Yeah, it's something because his name told you what
Yeah.
he was doing.
Yes.
Buzzer.
Chris, go for it.
Doctor Body?
Not Dr. Body. His name was Slim Goodbody. Slim Goodbody was the name.
Slim
that.
Goodbody.
Slim
Alrighty.
Goodbody. No one gets that point. But now we head on to the lightning round. And the way the lightning round works is I have the lovely Turner from my categories game. And as long as there is sand moving through this, you can write down as many answers to the question.
All right.
Yes. So prep your
I got
paper
my
and pencil.
marker. I got my whiteboard. I'm ready.
Oh, it's fancy. Okay. So there are 46 possible correct answers to this question.
Wow.
So you have up to 46 points you can make depending upon how fast you can write. Is everyone ready for the lightning round?
I guess I will type. Let me get onto Twitch and I will type it into chat.
You can do it that way. And so the way this is going to work is that basically you're going to get a point for every unique answer you have that is correct. So if everyone puts the same answer, then no one's going to get the point for it.
So it's got to be one nobody else gets.
This is categories rules. This could be complete chaos, and I'm very excited.
All right.
So the question for this is:
I'm ready.
in the 90s, Saturday Night Live was pretty much everywhere. They were king of late night TV in a way. How many 90s Saturday Night Live regular cast members can you name? How many 90s Saturday Night Live regular cast members can you name? I'm turning the timer over and begin. And for all of you listening, don't forget to visit our Kickstarters, which should hopefully have links that are appearing in the chat. And if you can think of any, feel free to put them in your brain, and then afterwards do it in the Twitch chat so that Chris doesn't get an advantage that they already have. And there are 46 possible answers.
Yeah.
And some of these names will surprise you. And while you're thinking about it, also think about supporting one of our Kickstarters, Cuddlesworth Clockwork Circus, Issue 2, the Your Alchemy Jiggly soap with the dice inside of it. And these are regular cast members.
That's his name. That's his name.
You are a little more than halfway through your
Oh,
time.
Jesus.
It doesn't really come out really good, but I can see it really well. So
I'm thinking about, because I saw movies in the 90s, not TV show. I'm thinking of those. What are the movies I saw that were SNL skits turned into movies?
they did have a lot of those in the
They
90s.
did have a lot of them, yeah.
You've got about 45 seconds left, I'd say. This is like in Aladdin when he's trapped in the and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils, typing fingers, whatever you have down. For the lightning round, each correct point will be worth one answer. Before we begin, I'm going to let you know, for being good sports and for being our first contestants, I have added a point to your total. So before we go into this round, I'm just going to recap. Chris, you have 9 points because you have 8 points plus 1. Al, you have 3 points. And Xangpow, you have 2 points. So I have the full list of 46 cast members, and we're just going to go down this list. Chris, name one of the people on your list.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley is correct. If you put Chris Farley on your list, cross it off because nobody will get the point for that. But if you're the only one with Chris Farley,
I had them.
okay, so no one gets a point for Chris Farley. Hal, who do you have on your list?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
I have him on my list.
Yeah, everyone would, but yeah, had to put names down.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, Xangpow. First name from your list.
Keenan Wayne.
One more time on the name.
Keenan Wayne.
Keenan Wayans.
Yes.
Keenan Wayans was not an SNL cast member.
Yeah,
That was
Oh.
Living Color.
Yeah, in Living Color.
Yeah. So that will not get a point. Chris, do you have any more names on your list?
Al Franken.
Al Franken is
Good.
correct. Did anyone
Good
else?
one. I did not remember to put him
Oh,
down.
that's right. He
Okay,
was in.
Chris, you get a point for Al Franken. Hal, who do you have on your list?
Norm McDonald. I couldn't remember if that's a character or the actual actor's
Yeah,
name.
that's his name,
Oh,
and
that
I
is
forgot
his
to put him
name.
there.
He did the Weekend Update desk.
Exactly.
And that's what he was fired for. Yes. So, did anyone else have Norm McDonald?
I did not.
Then Hal, you get a
Wow,
point
I
for
got
Norm
it. No.
McDonald.
Nice.
Xangpow, do you have any more names on your list?
Wasn't Jim Carrey on there, or was that still?
That was in
was
Living
in
Color.
Living Color.
Yeah, that was in Living Color. Was Jim Carrey's comedic TV debut. So
Okay.
Jim Carrey does not count, although he may have hidden out in the cast when he was a host, but I cannot remember if he did that in the 90s. Chris, do you have any more names on your list?
Got Chris Rock.
Chris Rock was a 90s cast member. Did anyone else have Chris Rock?
I did not.
Right.
Yeah.
Hal, do you have any more names?
Yeah, everyone. I got David Spade. I'm sure everybody has him too.
I do not.
Really?
Yeah, David.
I mean, I
Spade,
could
right.
only type so many.
Yeah. Well, he was like in all of the SNL movies. That's why I got him.
Yeah, so if no one else has David Spade, you'll get the point for that.
Wow. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, take what you can get. Xangpow, who else do you have on your list?
I just put a bunch of 80s SNL characters, so like everything else from the 80s.
Well, who do you have? Maybe some of them might have been.
Tom Hanks. I know he was in the 80s.
Yeah, Tom Hanks was not a regular cast member on SNL.
Okay. Everybody else is just guests, not actual cast members.
Okay, Chris, Chris, do you have
What's
any
that?
more?
I do. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is a '90s SNL cast member. Did anyone else get Will Ferrell?
I did not.
All right.
I should have though. He was in a lot of movies.
It's
Mhm.
true. Hal, do you have any more?
Mike Myers.
Michael Myers was a cast member. Did anyone else get Mike Myers?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody gets a point for Mike Myers. Behave, everyone. Behave.
Swing.
Swing. Yes, definitely. Anyone else have any more answers they'd like to share?
Yeah, I have a bunch.
Okay. Yeah, let's just go through. Unless Hal, do you have any more that you want to try?
I got two more, but I'm not sure that either one's going to count. Kind of like Xangpow. I put Chevy Chase because I knew he was in the 80s. He might have stuck around long enough to be in the 90s.
No, Chevy Chase was not 90s.
All right. My other one, I'm not even sure if he ever was on Jeff McDaniels.
Jeff McDaniels. No, I do not have Jeff McDaniels.
Alrighty
So,
then.
no. All right. Xangpow, do you have any more before we go through Chris's list?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
So, Chris, who else do you have?
Have my list in total is Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey is yes, and that is my
Shoulda-
favorite cast member.
I should have had him. Yeah.
We already did Chris Farley. Phil Hartman.
Bill Hartman.
I don't even know who that is.
He was the one that got shot by his wife.
Bill Hartman is on the list. Jingle All the Way, great Christmas movie for never seen it.
Then I had Victoria Jackson.
Victoria Jackson, yes, the one who went crazy in Right Wing.
Yeah. We have Kevin Nealon.
Kevin Nealon should be on. Yep, there's Kevin Nealon.
We already did Chris Rock. Then we have Julia Sweeney.
Julia Sweeney, good callback. Sweeney sisters, I love it.
Then we also have Adam Sandler.
We said him already.
Yeah, we already got Adam
Okay.
Sandler. You don't get a point for that.
All right. I already did Al Franken. And then with Adam Sandler is always a Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is correct.
And then already did Will Ferrell. And then the last one on my list was John Lovitz.
John Lovitz does not count. He didn't do any shows in the 90s.
Wow.
Ah, damn.
He just doesn't count. Just like Tina Fey doesn't count because she was a writer, but she wasn't a cast member in the 90s. She started in 00. John Lovitz just misses the 90s. So Chris,
Well,
you're still nominated, so
Are we doing the Will Actuallys?
you can do the actually if you want.
The Will Actuallys. The 00 would be part of the 90s because the 90s starts in 91 and then goes to 2000.
So okay, so was 90 part of the 80s?
It is.
Okay,
I mean, as long as you're consistent, I'm cool with it.
I'll give Chris the point for that. But so Chris, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. You got 10 points, so you now have 19.
Oof.
Al, you add 2, so you have 5. Yeah. And so that is how lightning round went. Does anyone want to hear the rest of these names?
Yeah, we got to get onto those double points.
Got to get on to your double points. Okay. So I'm going to give Xangpow, you have control of the board starting in the second round because you have least points. And all of the answers here are going to be worth 2 points instead of just 1 because it is round 2. And that's how it works. Does anyone need a break? Does anyone need 5 minutes? Are we feeling good? All right, Xangpow, your categories are SNCC, TGIF, Nick at Night, Must See TV, Learning is Fundamental, and almost 90s, but it's really the 80s.
Let's go with Must See TV.
Must See TV. Which other NBC hit TV series finale is referenced in Dharma and Greg? Which other NBC finale is referenced? How?
MASH.
Not MASH.
I know one of them is Seinfeld, but I don't remember the second one.
Do you want to guess Seinfeld?
Yes, I will say Seinfeld.
Seinfeld is correct. They pass a group of people in Ghirardelli Square in San Francisco watching the Seinfeld finale, and they stop and
They had a whole episode about the
Yeah.
finale of Seinfeld.
They cringingly enough reference Kramer, so that means you'll get 2 more points. So you have 4 points, and you have control
I
of the
remember
board.
right. I think they did it at the same time as the finale of Seinfeld. You have the episode of Dharma and Greg, which was going on at the same time. I think that's how they did that, and it was just like, whoa, you can do that? That's cool.
It's so cool, and it's so 90s. It was tubular in parlance of the 90s. All right, so Xangpow, what category would you like to head to now?
Let's go back to almost 90s.
Almost 90s. To your buzzers, contestants. When Fenton Crackshell dons his robotic armor in the DuckTales universe, who does he become?
Oh, I know.
Crackshell. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Xangpow.
That would be. Oh,
I know it if he doesn't know it.
I know it. I know it. It is.
5, 4,
It is. Oh,
3, 2. Please don't give yourself a heart attack. Hal, do you want to steal this? Go for it, Hal.
Darkwing Duck.
Not Darkwing Duck.
No?
It wasn't Darkwing.
Nope.
Then I don't know.
It wasn't Launchpad. It was Roboduck? Something like that?
Close. Chris, do you know what it is?
I do not.
So, Roboduck is close. The answer is Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo
Crackshell
Duck.
became
That's right.
Gizmo Duck. So you don't get the points, but you still have control of the board.
We'll keep with this one. Almost 90s.
This is the last question in the almost 90s category, and then after that, this category will be no more. Deep dive late 80s television. What is the profession of David the Gnome?
Oh,
Can we get a TV show?
Yeah, it
This
was
was-
a TV show.
The name of the TV show was David the Gnome.
Wow.
I actually watched this too. And I think he was a gardener, right?
He was not a gardener. Would anyone else like to guess? How?
Who's a cave spelunker.
That would be very cool for a gnome, but no. Chris, David the Gnome. Do you want to take a crack at it?
Oh, my bad. I was muted. That makes way more sense. Yeah, I have no idea.
Were you like screaming and we couldn't hear you?
No.
David,
I don't know. Sorry.
David the Gnome was a gnome doctor. David the Gnome was the doctor of the forest.
Right, he was a doctor.
He was the doctor of the forest. No points, but you do keep control of the board, Xangpow. You have finished our almost 90s, but it's really 80s category. You can still choose
So let's go to TGIF. Why not? Let's do TGIF.
TGIF. Why not? To your buzzers. Which comedic actress played the mother in Sister, Sister? Hal?
Gilda Radner.
Not Gilda Radner, although that would have been a treat.
I cannot come up with names tonight.
Oh, buzzer.
Chris, who is the mother on Sister, Sister?
Oh, the mother.
Yeah.
Jackie Harry.
It was Jackie Harry. Hey!
Hey!
So, Chris, you're going to get 2 points for that, bringing you up to 21, and giving you control of the board.
Alrighty. Let us go to Snick.
Let us go to Snick. Contestants. Which Snick actor would later go on to play a Power Ranger?
Ooh. Shit.
Ow.
Ariana Grande.
That's not even in the same decade, but thank you.
Hal, you're the greatest. I have no idea.
I can only name 2 Nick actors. That's Miley Cyrus. Oh, I should have guessed Miley Cyrus. Ariana Grande.
Technically Disney Channel, not Nick. But the answer to this particular question,
yeah, total fail.
the answer to this particular question,
I'm going to guess the Black Ranger.
You know the name of the Black Ranger.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm going to give you that point because that is technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. And their name is Walter Emmanuel Jones. The TV show they were on was Space Cases, where they played an officer of a space.
He was a really strong one. He was an Andromedon or something like that. Yeah, I just forgot his name.
Fun fact about Space Cases, Jewel Staite played an invisible best friend in that show and later would go on to play in Firefly.
Oh, shinies.
Yes. Okay, so Xangpow, you have control of the board. You have 5 categories left. Where would you like to go?
Let's do yeah, let's stick with a TGIF. Why not?
TGIF.
Since it is TGIF.
Yes. Step by Step is about a blended family learning to get along, a la the Brady Bunch. Can you tell me where they are in the opening credits of Step by Step?
Oh, how about San Francisco, right?
They are not in San Francisco.
Oh. Must be the other one then.
Step by step, day by day.
When you say
Chris,
where are they?
Yeah, where are they? So Chris, you were doing the theme song. Do you remember where they were in the opening credits?
In their house?
They were not in their house. Hal, where were they?
They were at the wedding where they became a blended family.
God, no, but that would have been amazing. They were at an amusement park. The opening credits of Step by Step take place at an amusement park. Yes, that's really fun. That's one of my favorite 90s theme songs. Okay. So Xangpow, I think you're still in control of the board, correct?
Okay, so let's go back to what was it called?
We have Snick, TGIF, Nick at Night, Must See TV, and Learning is
TV. That's what I was thinking about. Let's do Must See TV.
Must See TV. What year did Conan O'Brien take over late night on NBC? What 90s year did Conan O'Brien take over late night on NBC? How?
96.
Incorrect.
I'm going to say 98.
98 is also incorrect.
Let's split that 8 in half and go to 93.
93 is correct, Chris.
He's just guessing at stuff and getting stuff right.
I mean, that is kind of the best way to win a game show, is to just kind of look into it, and you've also given yourself control over the board, Chris.
But me and Hal are doing the same thing, and we're not doing good, half as good as he is.
The price of right law of averages is not in your favor this evening.
I was born in '86, so like this is literally like my prime formative years. I'm just saying, like this is the stuff I sat in front of, like all day.
Yeah, I was during the '90s. I was stationed in Germany, Italy, and Japan, watching AFRTS, where they would do reruns of '80s shows. So like I missed like that whole decade.
Yeah, so the '90s was pretty much the '80s for you.
All right, so Chris, with that, you now have control of the board again. Where would you like to go?
I feel really strong in the SNCC category, so let's go ahead and try to clear this out.
You feel strong? You've got 2 more questions left in SNCC, so we're very soon going to clear it out. Another year question. What year did Are You Afraid of the Dark premiere?
Ooh, shit.
How?
93.
No.
Well, it was the right answer last time.
It was the right answer last time. This is a different question, though.
I'm going to say 95.
It is not 95.
Buzzer.
Chris, go for it.
Well, like, see, what's keeping me up, because I thought we are trying to be consistent, because technically this would be the 80s if it started in the 90s, right?
No, and SNCC, it premiered in the 90s. Even if it premiered in Canada before, it was not a SNCC show until the 90s.
Cool beans. So the 1990?
It was not 1990. It was 1992. 1992 was the year that it premiered on SNCC in America. 1992. But Chris, you still do have control over the board.
Alrighty, let's just ride it till the wheels fall off. Let's go, SNCC.
All right, this is the last question in the SNCC category, and therefore the hardest. I think it's the hardest. Who knows? We'll see. The final question in the SNCC category, contestants to your buzzers. Michael Stipe played a one-off character in The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Name that character Michael Stipe played. How?
Pete.
No, he was not a Pete.
We'll say James.
James is incorrect as well. Chris, would you like to give a shot for Michael Stipe in The Adventures of Pete and Pete?
But wasn't he like the origami dude?
He was not the origami dude. Michael Stipe played Captain Scrummy, the rival ice cream vendor. Wore like a mascot hat and everything. So nobody gets points for that. But Chris, you do still have control of the board. There's no more SNCC category now. You have TGIF, Make at Night, Must See TV, and Learning is Fundamental.
Learning is fundamental.
All right. Learning is fundamental.
Because nobody's picking that one.
So here's a question about clowns. Which clown slept on a big comfy couch?
Oh, she was so hot.
Pennywise.
I'm trying to remember.
It was not Pennywise, but thank you for that terrifying image.
I'm going to say Bozo.
Not Bozo, although his show in Chicago did show up in syndication on several platforms.
I want to say her name was like Looney or like Lunette or something like that.
Lunette was her name.
Yeah, she was, dude, I had a huge crush on her. She was so cute.
I've never heard of him.
Big comfy couch. A lot of the people that worked on it ended up working on Sesame Street. Fun fact. Okay, Chris, you still have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
Let's roll with the learning, because knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Speaking of knowledge being power, this cartoon agency was always chasing Carmen Sandiego around the world. And where on earth is Carmen Sandiego? Name that agency.
I'm just gonna say smart.
Not
That's
smart.
M-A-R-T.
That is incorrect. A good guess. Or
I don't know.
Chris,
Buzzer?
buzzer. Yes, Chris,
Acme?
go for it. It was Acme. That is true.
Wow.
That's right. It
Yes.
was Acme.
It's true. It's a pretty good cartoon, really, if you ask me. Learning is fundamental. Do you want to stick there? Do you want to move to one of the other categories?
Let's go to Nick at Night.
Nick at Night. To your buzzers. Who played Gwendolyn Winnie Cooper on The Wonder Years?
Don't know her name.
What did you do?
Hjal. Who
I only know
played?
one actress. I don't remember her character's name, so I'll just guess Livia Dabo.
Not Livia Dabo.
I know she played like the sister. I don't know.
Yeah. Winnie was not the sister. She was the love interest until she wasn't. Chris,
okay.
you were doing the theme song. Do you know who played Winnie Cooper on The Wonder Years?
I do. Her name was Danica.
Do you know her full name?
Danica, something mixed something. I used to date someone named Danica. And I always called her by Winnie. But yeah,
All
her name
right.
was Danica.
That's really cute. I'm gonna give you the point for that. Her name was Danica McKellar. The Wonder Years ran on Nick at Night all through 1997. All right. What category would you like, Chris?
Let's keep it going with Nick at Night.
Nick at Night. Contestants. What is the name of the normal daughter on the Munsters?
How was he watching this?
How?
Oh, shit. I buzzed too early.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
Oh, I know.
All right, Xangpow, steal the answer if
Yeah,
you can.
steal it.
Maryland.
Marilyn is correct.
That's right.
Nice.
That also gives you control of the board.
And we're going to stick with Nick at Night.
It's sticking with Nick at Night, contestants. If you like spy movies, you might have liked this show. What number is Agent Maxwell Smart on Get Smart?
Oh, man, what was his number? Was Maxwell Smart, Agent...
Close. I can see like the vein on the side of your face, just like
I'm trying to give people like time.
Chris. Do you want to steal this?
Sure. He was Agent 86.
He was
86.
Agent
That's right.
86.
Yeah, they got
I had
86.
to save Xangpow before like they popped a blood vessel in their eye. Get Smart ran on Nick at Night from 1991 to 1995, the full run of the series, and then some.
It was 86, and then the Love Interest was 99, and then
Mhm.
Chief, right?
I
Chief
believe
never
so.
had the
Yeah.
number, did he?
I just remember the shoe phones. It was so great.
Shoe phone. It's like pre-Shadowrun technology. Chris, you have control of the board. Would you like to finish the Nick at Night category or move on to TJF, must-see TV, or back to learning is fundamental?
Yeah, let's go ahead finish off Nick at Night.
All right. This is a Brady Bunch question with the answer you might not expect. What is Carol Brady's maiden name?
That's a good question.
I'm going to say Smith.
This is the hardest one in this category. Smith is not correct.
McAllister.
McAllister is not correct. Chris, would you like to sweep the category mostly? And do you know the answer of her maiden name?
It was Tyler.
It was Tyler. That is correct. Her first married name from her first husband was Martin. So normally people say Carol Martin. but that is not correct.
I
And
will
the
say
Brady
I
Bunch,
never watched a single episode of the Brady Bunch, so I know nothing of the Brady Bunch.
and the Brady Bunch was on Nick and Night in both 1995 and 98. All right, so the Nick and Night category is done. Chris, we have one more in Must See TV, two more in TJF, and two more in Learning is Fundamental.
Let's go with TGIF because thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday indeed. So TJF does stand for Thank God It's Friday, but it didn't always. You know what the original TJF acronym stood for?
Oh, this the other day. I was just like, huh, I didn't know that.
Can you remember it?
It was one of those passing things of I was just like, oh, that's cool. Forget about it.
I have no idea.
Ooh, can anyone topple Chris's reign of answers? Does anyone want to guess?
Thank goodness it's this Friday.
No, but you are close.
Thank God it's Friday.
No, that was the rename of it.
Thank Gru, it's Friday.
This
No.
girl is freaky.
So the original name for TJF was Thank Goodness It's Funny. That was the original name for TJF is Thank Goodness It's Funny. Chris, you still have control of the board. Would you like to finish out the TGIF category?
Yes, let's go ahead and close it out.
Close it out. So, final question of the TGIF category. During the time travel one-off episode of Boy Meets World, which other TGIF cast member cameoed on the show? Either character or actress name. How?
Scott Beluga jumped in from Quantum Leap.
I wish, but incorrect. I do love the Bacala.
I'm just gonna say Jean-Luc Picard.
No, but that would have been amazing considering it was like a 1940s themed episode. Chris, who was it? Because I know that you know this.
Corey Feldman?
No. Melissa Joan Hart as Sabrina, who was the cause of
yeah.
the time travel episodes, was the one that cameoed. But you have finished out the TGI.
She
got
did.
That one right?
She did.
So Sarah, you're running tech. How many points have you gotten? So far?
Okay. I totally thought you were coming through.
No, that's so good. So Sarah's got like 45 points, I guess. So Sarah's putting all the shame. She kept bragging, right? Don't ask for the receipts. Okay, Chris, you've finished off TGIF. Right now, we have Must See TV with its final question, and we have Learning is Fundamental with two more questions. Which category would you like to go to?
We must see the last question of Must See TV.
We must see. Contestants, which state is Third Rock from the Sun set in? Which?
Oh, I know this.
Xangpow.
Indiana.
It is not in Indiana.
Oh.
I'd like to try.
Buzzer.
Chris, go for it.
Seattle?
Not in Seattle. Al, do you want to give it a shot?
California.
Not in California. Xangpow, because I'm feeling charitable this close to the end of the game, would you like to give it another try?
It was in one of the New England states. I'm going to say Rhode Island?
No, it was not in Rhode Island. It was set in Ohio, so your Indiana answer was closer. It was set in the fictional town of Rutherford, Ohio. But that closes out Must See TV. We have two more questions left before the final. And these are both going to be from the Learning is Fundamental category. Question 5 from Learning is Fundamental. Beakman's World featured an introduction with which animals? Which animals are part of the introduction of Beakman's
damn it.
World? Sorry, Hal. You said it
It's one of the
earlier.
few I actually saw.
I know. Can you do it? Can
Um,
you do it, Hal?
Wasn't that the one where it was that lady and a mouse and him?
Yes, but this is the introduction
Yeah,
of Beakman's
yeah.
World. So not the rat. He was the rat, not a mouse, by the way.
A
Does
pig and a
anyone
chicken.
know?
I don't remember.
It was not a chicken.
But it was a pig?
It was not a pig.
Oh.
It was neither a pig nor a chicken. Does anyone want to guess?
I'm going to say that it was a giraffe, a zebra, a rhino, and a lion.
You have to pick one of those animals to guess.
Oh, it was just one? Okay,
It was just
the
one.
giraffe.
It was not a giraffe.
I thought it was going to be like a parade of animals, so.
It was only one animal. Chris, do you know what animal that was? Or if Hal, if you remember in the next 2 seconds.
I don't remember. I can't remember the opening.
If it's not the rat, I just remember the dude in the rat suit.
Yeah,
if it's not the rat. Okay, well then yeah, I'll remember.
The show started with 2 penguins watching TV. The answer was penguins watching television. Super adorable, but nobody gets the point.
Yeah, even you say that, it doesn't ring up.
Well,
Clearly, I didn't see it that many times.
Maybe this final question will ring a bell. This is the final question before the final chance where you could win 5 points before we do this final question. Chris, you have 33 points. Hal, you have 5. Xangpow, you have 8 points. So the final question of Learning is Fundamental. This horror writer was also the head writer on Puppeteer Fever Dream Eureka's Castle. Which horror writer? Hal?
Stephen King.
Not Stephen King.
A buzzer.
Chris?
R.L. Stein?
It was R.L. Stein. For a bonus point, can you tell me what his code name was on the show?
It's Next Door.
No, that's something different completely. His code name was Jovial Bob. But that will get you 2 points. All right. So we have a final question worth 5 points. No one's going to level up this game, but these points accrue. So you can level up next time. We have trivia, which will be which will be the second Friday. So it'll be in October of next month. And I have the date written down somewhere. You'll forgive me if I don't remember right away. But that will be an animated trivia night. So that will be an animated trivia night.
Anime?
Animated could mean anime. You'll just have to come and see. All right. So your final chance question worth 5 points is this. And you're going to write this down. I'm going to give you like 10 seconds. You can write this down if you want to.
Write it down.
Writing it.
Write it.
The question is, what is the name of Xena's signature weapon? Xena, Warrior Princess, had a signature weapon. What is the name? 10 seconds to write it down. Sarah, for 45 billion bonus points, please do the battle cry that only we as contestants can hear.
Sounds like my buzzer noise.
Is amazing. I love that. Okay, contestants. Pencils, pens, keyboard, keys down. Hal, what name did you give for Xena's Warrior Princess's signature weapon?
Well, as we were talking before the show, I specifically named Xena as one of those everyone's seen shows that I've never even seen a single episode of. So I'm going to guess that they paid an homage to Krull, and she had a special weapon called a glaive, which really wasn't a glaive at all. That's what they called it.
Okay, we have a glaive. Xangpow, Xena Warrior Princess. What was her special weapon besides being loosely lawless?
I don't remember the name of it, but I do have a picture of it right here.
The picture is very close. If no one can give me the name, I will give you the 5 points for that. Chris, what was the name of Xena Warrior Princess's special weapon?
It was a chakram.
It was the
That's what it
chakram.
was.
So, Chris, you will get 5 points, bring your total up to 40. So close to level 2. Because you had such a wonderful picture of a chakram, I will actually give you those 5 points. Zhang, because I'm feeling extra nice. And Hal, I want to thank you for sticking in here and playing, and I hope that
Hey,
you'll have
I guess a weapon that you throw, that's like worth 1/10 of a point.
was a weapon that you throw. Specifically, she like flung it. It was like a frisbee thing. It was great. So that
Okay.
was our first trivia night. This will be the second Friday of every month. So next month will be animated features, films, potentially TV shows. I'm not going to give it away, but it's all going to be about animated stuff, and it's a great way to celebrate the Halloween month. Stick around for other things on stream. There is no Descending into Avernus tomorrow on Saturday morning, but you can check out all the Descent into Avernus videos on our YouTube channel. And then Saturday night, if you're not in a Discord server, sometimes we play Goose Goose Duck, so please join us. Sunday night is Like Clockwork, which happens every Sunday, like clockwork. And that is our steampunk D&D fantasy adventure, where everybody gets on Shayloon's nerves because they're not doing the things they should be doing. And you can watch us all make Sarah crazy at the time the show airs, which I should probably actually know. But it's in the evening and it's great. Come and join us on Sunday night. Monday is Paranormal Albany, where all your nightmares come true. Tuesday is Shadowrun Chicago Missions. Wednesday is sometimes Shadowrun Denver. Thursday is Gen Con TV night, and Gen Con TV night will start at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Gen Con TV Twitch channel with the Rules of Cool interview and finish with Shadowrun Emerald Glitch. And as always, feel free to check out the Kickstarters we love talking about, projects we love. It's our own projects we love. Rem Alternis remalternis.com/kick will take you to Cuddlesworth Clockwork Circus issue 2, which is in the same universe as Like Clockwork. remalternis.com/soap will take you to Pure Alchemy's fabulous gelatinous cube Kickstarter, which is green until they hit their stretch goals, and then it'll be other colors. And it's got dice inside, and it's super cool, great quality company. Nocturne by Night, an all-villain companion to a very popular game that I'm blanking on at the moment. And I'm sure I'm going to get fired for not remembering the name. Part of Prowlers and Paragons is what it is. And then also Shadowrun Edge Zone for all of your trading card game needs. If you have any questions, come to our Discord or look us up on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and we can answer all of your Rem Alternis based questions. We hope to see you next time. And if you thought this was really cool and you want to play, come join us in our Discord. We're a friendly group of diverse content creators, and we cannot wait to see you there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, contestants, for being part of this first trivia night, and hopefully we'll see you next month on the second Friday. Have a good night, everyone. We can all wave. I'll blow a kiss like they did on New Little Gang. Mwah.
I'm blowing so many kisses.
Blowing so many kisses.